Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers. The progress on our capital ship is going swimmingly. I have been doing work off screen for quite some time now, and I'll actually show you what I've been doing in a little bit. But first we're going to announce what we're going to be doing this episode. The suggestion we're taking this episode is from CyberFreebie2000, and he has said add some escape pods. So we will do that at some point in this episode. Alright, the first thing you'll notice is a lot more retro thrusters. I always wanted to put engines in those two spots, so I did. These are the sloped armor engines, which I got from a mod, the slope armor thrust. I'm thinking I'm going to put slope armor thrust there as well. It'll make it look more uniform. Also, as you notice, there's this little doohickey that I put in. Let's take a look and see what that actually does. This is going to be the entrance for our escape pod area. This is where we're going to put our escape pod. They're going to be very, very small ships, but they're going to be able to accommodate quite a few people. At least that's the idea. They're not going to be the best armored or anything like that. They're just to get you out of the ship in case of an emergency, and there's one on the other side as well. So I've been spending a lot of time building this off screen as well. And other things that we've been doing. We'll get to the back of the ship in a little bit. Jump back on, close that. Alright, in here pretty much just like last episode, this is complete, but down below is complete now too. I just need to put in some doors. Well, it's all complete except for that, which I don't think I have anything to complete it with. Oh, yes I do. Might as well complete it then. And then we'll go on to show you what the hangar module is starting to look like, or the hangar section, or whatever you want to call it. I've placed, I don't know how many thousand blocks, but many thousand would be the correct number. So, we've completed the top, we've completed the bottom, we've started on the sides. Also, you can see where the two decks are going, or the three decks. There's going to be a deck right here, there's going to be a deck right here, and then this bottom area is also going to act as a deck. And if we fly on up, you'll notice that there are two raised sections. These raised sections are going to hold conveyor pipes with that are connected to conveyor tubes that are connected to a large feeding assembly with lots and lots of ammunition, and on top of these are going to be a row of not only Gatling cannons but missile launchers that just go along the length of this to protect the hangar section from attack. The same thing is going to happen on the bottom, except it doesn't have these cool little raised areas. It's still flat, but the reason we did that is because we have to accommodate engines in here as well, because the bottom of the ship is where we're going to put most of our engines. Well, not most of our engines, but most of our backup maneuvering thrusters. Alright. So, let's just... And also, there are going to be a couple of retro thrusters, which are going to be the armor slope thrusters, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, sloped armor thrust. There's going to be 3 there, 3 on the other side, and we're going to put a couple down below and a couple down below there as well. Alright, so now to get on to the meat and bones of the episode, which is going to be making an escape pod. So let's go into our inventory, see what we're going to need. We have steel plate, that's good. I'm going to go over to the ripsaw. We're going to actually just bring the ripsaw closer. Either that or we'll bring the welding ship closer. I'm not sure which one has more stuff in it. Well, I'm actually sure the ripsaw has more stuff in it, but it's kind of busy at the moment being awesome. We're gonna need to grab some large steel tubes, reactor components, and that sort of thing from this. As you can see, I have been grinding away at this as well off screen. And some people have mentioned that I believe I had 4 grinders on this side offset, and then I had 3 grinders offset on this side. So I fixed that. And I should probably show you how much stuff we've gotten after grinding away all that stuff. We have 105,000 steel plates, which is almost enough to make 1,000 heavy steel blocks. So, or heavy armor blocks. So that's pretty good. There is no doubting that at all. Alright, let's take some large steel tubes. We're going to need these for the small thrusters. Let's take... we don't need 50. 25 should be fine. Metal grid for the reactor. We'll take 15 metal grid. We'll take some of these. 75 should be fine. We also need reactor components. We'll take 50 of those. Small steel tubes. Another 50 of those. We'll take some computers, some motors. What else do we need? Thrust components, of course. Don't want to forget that. One or two radio communication components. One or two, and I had 5. Alright, also we need some displays, and we need bulletproof glass, but we don't have any. Oop, can we not fit any displays? No, we can't. So what I'm going to do is, I don't believe we need this many reactor components. Yep, there we go. That should be just fine. We're going to go to our home base, and we're going to make some bulletproof glass, because we're going to need that for the cockpit. And we need it for other things as well, because I don't think... That's the one thing that, despite the fact we've been grinding away ships, we haven't been getting much bulletproof glass. Well, there's a little bit there. Production... Ooh, we're actually out of silicon. Bummer. Well, do we have any more bulletproof glass in any of these? No would be the answer to that. No. Nope. We might have to go to the Rave Cave. I think that that place does have some silicon. So let's go over there. Oh no! My mech is sitting down. Let's go take our little solar-powered craft. Alright.
Ship fuel critical.
Energy is critical. Control panel. Battery. Battery 2. Recharge. Oh, I never had them recharging.
Ship fuel critical.
So, I guess we're gonna just have them recharging in the meantime. So... I guess we're flying over there with our jetpack. Or we can take this guy. Let's take this one. Alright. In fact, we can attach it to the... Where's the cargo segment for this thing? It's around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. And we'll just bring all over the stuff in the cargo carrying segment. Alright, let's gotta go to the control panel, turn the merge block on. And bingo, alright. Now to the where'd the Rave Cave go? There it is. Haven't been here in a while. At least not on camera. So... Alright. Power usage is overload. I might need to put another reactor on this thing. Just to be safe. Alright. Hop on out. So, in here, we're going to go to production. Okay, we made as many of those as we can. I'll make as many of these as we can. Okay, well, can't quite make that many, so we'll do... How about this many? That is almost absolutely perfect. So, in the meantime, let's go and start building our escape pod. I'm only going to build one escape pod on camera, the other one I'm going to build off camera, and it will be there for next episode, though. So fear not. Wow, I just realized how gigantic this is, and it almost looks like a massive tumor stuck on the back of this Not very good looking ship, but we'll improve the looks of the ship if we can later. Alright. So, new small ship. There we go. We'll make everything out of heavy armor blocks. No, that's not what I want. Because if for any reason you're going to be leaving the ship, chances are it'll be under fire from something. So you'll want to have heavy armor blocks. The cockpit here. Oh, I need interior plate. Of all things, I forgot interior plate. Well, I do need interior plate. Maybe we have some in the Ghost. And no would be the answer to that. Oh, but we do have bulletproof glass, so that's good. Alright, I'm going to actually drop some stuff off in the Ghost so we can grab some of our other stuff that we need. Like, we'll drop that off. So we can get our interior plate. Oh, we had large steel tubes in there too. Awesome. Oop. Let's go grab the interior plate then. That'll be more than enough. More indeed. Oh, and if I haven't shown you the top of this from the front view, this is what it'll look like. We have all, excuse me, all sloped blocks on every side. So it looks all smooth-like. Actually, you know what? I'm going to remove this. Oh no! I have no room to put that stuff. That's alright. New small ship. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put it right there. Nope, not quite there. We want it to be smack dab in the center. So, new small ship. Okay, where's the seam? The seam is there. And there we go. Of course we need large steel tube. Which I don't have. I wonder why the large steel tube disappears when you start making stuff. Or when you, I'm sorry, when you grind it away, the large steel tube disappears. Now we need some bulletproof glass and one large steel tube. So 30 of these. Oh, we can't quite get 30. I'm going to drop some of these off. I don't think we need that many. We'll drop off 150 of them. There we go. Alright, what we're going to do is, I believe we can put seats in the back. We're going to put passenger seats in the back to hold even more people. So let's continue the chassis down a little bit. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to have enough room to put a thruster in there. This is going to be a bare bones minimum design. But it's going to be made so that we can seat as many people as possible in a very, very small spot, or very, very small space, or volume, or whatever you want to call it. Don't need those. There we go. Might be able to fit one more, so that'll be nice. Let's continue this then. So what does it take to make these? I don't know, but we have enough. Okay, interior plates and construction components. Alright. go. One more. Alright, and the rest we're going to save for our reactors, gyroscopes, engines, and that sort of thing. Alright. We can make a little area here. There we go. I'm gonna make like a little roll cage, I suppose. We need at least some protection, especially from my bad driving. Alright. And in here we'll put probably a gyroscope. And then we're going to probably put 2 nuclear reactors on. This would be my guess would be enough for this. Alright, let's build this up a couple blocks until we're over the heads of the chairs. Alright, that should be fine. Alright. That should be good. We'll also probably want to put an antenna on it so we don't get lost if we ever venture too far away. We're probably going to put a light on it as well. What else do we need on our little emergency escape craft? I honestly don't think we need too much more. I mean, it's not like we can fit a medical bay on our small ship, which is a shame, but that's just the way it is. Oh, need more construction components. Alright, well, let's first... we need small reactors. Oh, I need construction components for that as well. So, I think the Ghost has some. And it does not. So much for that. Well, I do need a couple more of these. Probably a good 15 more. Now let's go get the construction components so we can finish this. Ooh, don't faceplant. There we go. And yeah, 500, whatever. 503 should be more than enough. And hopefully, one of these days I'm gonna have some help with some of my friends to help finish this. Hopefully on camera, but we'll see. We'll see about that. So this is gonna be a maximum seat of 4 for the escape craft, which means our total escape pods are gonna have 8. So that means the crew for this ship, well, can be 9 if you want the captain to go down with his ship. You can probably have 1 or 2 people taking control of this section to make sure that those are loaded at all times. Probably have 1 person in this section, 2 people in this section, a couple fighter pilots, and then maybe 1 or 2 in the engineering section as well. So, yeah, that sounds about right. After all, in Space and Engineers, you really can't have that many people play at the same time, which is kind of a disappointment. Oh well. I'm sure they're working on fixing it. Or, if they can, that is. I'm not sure. Maybe the game engine just can't hold more than a certain number of people. Come on, Fatty, you can make it. Oh dear. Alright. We need metal grids. I thought we had some. But, let's go get some from the Ghost. I'm assuming the Ghost has some. Cargo container, yes it does. And let's bring as many as we can. 9. Alright. I'm hoping I'll be able to get in there to add uranium. I know it's in a kind of funny spot, but I think the passenger seat might block the hotspot for adding uranium, but we'll find out in a moment. Otherwise, we'll just flip the reactors around. Alright. Don't fly too far away. Nope, we can get in. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. That should be good. Let's see. I'm gonna build this up so we know exactly where to stop. Right there is where to stop. And actually, we'll make these... Can we make them into slope blocks? Probably. So let's do that. Make it look a little nicer. Alright. Oop. There we go. Beautiful. Well, it's not beautiful, but it's better than it was before. Alright. I wish you could put windows on smaller ships. They should really add that ability. I mean, now that they have these seats and everything. Because if you were able to put windows, I'd just panel this whole thing with windows so you'd have a nice view, but can't do that, unfortunately. Oh no, am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Alright. Alright. Good. Nope, wrong way. Gotta have at least one misplaced block. Otherwise it wouldn't be an episode with me. Alright. Believe that's good. And now we'll just finish her off. Come on, there we go. There. Then we need to add uranium to this, and add engines. Can't forget the engine. That's kind of an important part of this.
Energy low.
Oh, ooh, crap, my life support is really low. So you know what that means. We need to make it up the stairs quickly. Okay, we got plenty of time. Alright, so that's where the ship is. It's coming along nicely. Just need to finish a couple of things, add a couple of thrusters, and we should be set. I think one gyroscope should be fine. It's not meant to be a very maneuverable craft. However, it's going to be a fairly light one, so we probably only need one anyways, and we're finished recharging. Alright, let's go on up. Oh no! Went too far down. There we go. And let's finish building this. Oh no, oh, I thought I was out of steel. I am out of steel plates. That is surprising. Let's go grab some more then. We have enough of them. Ooh, there's a military escort off in the distance. I sure could use the steel plates from it, but we're busy at the moment. It will have to wait. Yep. Alright. Now we need to find some places to put the thrusters. I think one thruster here, one thruster here. And then we're going to put a headlight up here as well. Oop. Add a little bit of support. There we go. So we've got our retro thrusters covered. Now we need some forward thrust and thrust in every other direction. There we go. Alright. Now bring the thrusters back into our hotbar. Alright. Now, where to put you guys? How about 2 there? We'll actually get rid of you. I don't need you. There we go. 2 facing down. Oh, come on. There we go. 1. We need 2 facing up, so 1 there. 1 here. Now we just need these side thrust, which I have an idea. Yep. And there we go. 1 more. 1 more. There we go. And we'll place 1 there, and we'll place 1 there. And to make it look all pretty and whatnot, there we go. And when I say pretty, that's a that's a relative term. All right. Let's continue on. No, that doesn't look good. Take that off. All right, there we go. Now we need to get some uranium to fuel this guy up with. Alright. And in fact, I might even want to add some armor plate to the back, in case you know you're getting shot at. Alright. And that should do it. Gotta finish these blocks, and then we'll go get some uranium to fill up the nuclear reactors, and we'll take this thing for a test drive. Oh, we forgot to put the radio component on it. Probably should do that. Alright, the antenna. There we go. Now where are we gonna fit you? How about... Yeah, there we go. Oh, we didn't even need an antenna component. That's really weird. Or a communications component. Alright, now let's armor the front up just a little bit. Alright, now that we're good, I'm gonna empty out all my stuff in case I die. Or I'll just, you know... There we go. Throw it in some blocks. And we'll drop off all our stuff. And, ooh, there's even uranium in here. We won't need that much. 5 should be fine. Putting 2.5 in each reactor should give us more than enough fuel. After all, this is only an emergency craft, not something that you want to use all the time. And some of you might be thinking, hey, you know, having only 1 landing gear on there probably isn't a good idea, because if I turn the ship too quick, I might accidentally tear it off. But judging by the size of the ship and the weight of it, I don't think that's going to happen. So this thing is not going to be that maneuverable. It's not going to be able to just tear off the landing gear. Alright, let's take this thing for a spin, shall we? Alright, we're locked. Now we're in proximity. Ooh, and we're off. Yeah, it works. Now we can have 4 people on there. Oh yeah. Alright. Seems to work well enough. Let's see, this is probably going to be the average size of a fighter craft. It's just instead of having, you know, bunches of seats in there, you're going to have places for missile launchers and cargo and that sort of thing. And it'll be a lot more heavily armored. So we'll be able to fit a lot of these little ships in here. Not a problem at all. So that could be one floor. This will be another floor. There's more than enough room to fly around in here, even with these floors. And then the bottom one. Yep. Alright, well, that was awesome. Well, let's go park this thing back. Yeah, I should have thought that through a little bit more. Oop. This is going to be interesting. Everything is... all my controls are in reverse. Careful now. And we'll burn this way a little bit. Burn this way. A little bit down. Whoop. And park it in the corner. Down a little bit more. Proximity. Locked. Turn the ship off. And there we go. So there we are. We have our little emergency escape pods. Awesome. So that'll be it for this episode. Keep these suggestions coming. Thank you folks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.